In the world of suppressors, somebody's got to be top dog, and for many, many years, that's been SureFire, Andrew. You guys really kind of set the bar for this.
Yes, we have. You know, we've been doing this for quite some time now, and I think we've definitely got down to a science. And I think that's been proven by the fact that we took the U.S. SOCOM contract, and that's definitely something that we've been pushing, you know, pretty hard as far as our marketing. I know people see the SOCOM name being thrown out, but it's actually, you know, a very significant feat. It's a very rigorous test and evaluation process, the most rigorous for a suppressor that's been done so far.
They basically destroy suppressors in their testing, don't they?
Yes, you could say that. They definitely aren't easy on them.
Exactly right. Okay, so what makes these so good? Because I know everybody says these are great. What do you guys do to them?
So yeah, there's several, you know, points that make these better or a cut above. You know, I'll start with the adapter to the suppressor interface. So they're fast attach. We hold very high tolerances between the adapter and the suppressor themselves.
Okay.
What that does for you is it creates very minimal point of impact shift.
Okay.
So a lot of suppressors, when you put them on the gun, you'll have a significant shift, which is obviously a problem. Your zero is different, especially if that suppressor doesn't live on that gun.
Okay, so we've got like big and smaller here.
Yes.
What are these two models?
So this is the SOCOM 556 RC2, and this is the SOCOM 556 Mini 2. Okay. So essentially it's the newest SOCOM version, the Gen 2 SOCOM. We changed the front plate. Another advantage of our suppressors is they have very minimal first round flash. So a lot of suppressors you'll see have that first round pop.
Okay.
And usually what you get with that first round pop of the oxygen being taken out of the can is that little bit of fire, or that little bit of flash out of the front of it. Now from a military perspective, that's obviously not desirable.
Not good.
You don't want to give away your position.
Okay, and you were telling me these things are really rugged. I mean, you guys like use the best materials possible.
Yeah, it's a high temperature alloy. It's super, super durable. It's definitely going to outlive the barrel of the gun, probably several barrels of the gun. But obviously that depends on barrel length and what ammo you're shooting through it and what your cadence of fire is. So
how do you decide between the two?
Yeah, barrel length, if it's a long gun, like maybe an 18 or a 20-inch SPR, I would probably go for the Mini 2. Okay. If it's like a 16, 14.5-inch gun, anything shorter than that, I'd probably go for a full size. Just because when people buy a suppressor, they want a certain level of suppression out of it. Right. And so in that case, I'd probably want the full size for it.
Okay, and just physics being physics, the larger one is going to give you more reduction in sound.
Correct, yeah. It's a little bit more overall length. A little bit more weight, so I think this one's about 17 ounces. It's about 14.5 roughly. Okay.
And this is your shroud. When you've got a muzzle brake on, you pop this on, it just quiets it down, makes it more range friendly. And of course, you also have suppressors for handguns as well.
Correct. Right now, just the 9. We will be coming out with other calibers in the future. This is the Rider 9 titanium. Titanium because or we call it the tie because the tube is titanium for lightweight. So the tube, the front end, and the back section are titanium. The stack is stainless. So, and that's fully disassemblable, user maintainable with the takedown tool. Very lightweight and really good sound suppression for your handgun for home defense.
There you go. Great suppressors from SureFire.
Thank you.
Andrew, SureFire makes a lot of muzzle devices. You make silencers, suppressors, that kind of thing. So we thought it'd be fun to shoot all of those and show the viewers the difference in shooting them, the different sound, the different feel, all of that. So what are we going to start with?
Yeah, definitely. Right here we have our SureFire muzzle brake, our SFMB for 5.56. This is designed by the suppressor division, and it's been optimized for 5.56, so it's ported specifically for AR platform. Okay. It reduces your recoil and also reduces your muzzle rise, so it mitigates the muzzle rise. So basically you can shoot very, very fast, and the muzzle is going to stay flat, and you're going to stay on target, whether it's for competition shooting or for a defensive situation.
The gun doesn't move, but they're loud.
They're pretty loud, and luckily we do have some devices that can mitigate the noise. So real quick here, I'll pop this round out of the chamber and throw this on there. So this is the Warden blast mitigator.
So this is not a suppressor or a silencer. Somebody might look at it and say, oh, that's not what it is.
Correct, yeah. It's simply if you're a muzzle brake guy and you like, shooting your gun with the muzzle brake, having the recoil controlled, if you want to go take a class or shoot in confined spaces, you can put this on and it'll direct all that concussion forward.
Okay, so Andrew, now we're moving to sound suppression.
Yep.
We've got the Mini.
Yeah, this is the SOCOM 5.56 Mini 2. So this is part of our SOCOM 2 series cans, brand new.
It's a small can.
Yeah, it's definitely more on the compact size. It's not going to do what the full size can does as far as suppression.
Right.
Obviously, when you lose volume, when you lose size, it's not going to suppress quite as well.
Right.
But it still definitely knocks the edge down quite a bit.
Okay.
So we can show you what that does here.
Yeah, let's try that out. Now this would not be a hearing safe can, right?
Right on the edge of
the edge.
hearing safe, obviously barrel length dependent. This is a 14.5-inch gun, so you're right on the edge of where you'd want to be for a hearing safe level. The full size will definitely put you on the right side of being hearing safe.
But it's definitely more comfortable just me standing here. I'm sure it's more comfortable to shoot, right?
100%, yeah. It's night and day difference, obviously, between no can and especially when you're shooting a muzzle brake.
All right, so that was the mini. Now let's do a bigger one. More volume gives you more suppression, right?
Correct. So this is the full size, SOCOM 556 RC2. Gonna give you a little bit more sound suppression than the shorter mini.
Okay, so more volume gives you more sound suppression. What is that? How much does that bring it down?
Yeah, about 30 decibels. Obviously, the bigger can's gonna help out a little bit more with more volume. You can help cool those gases down and get the gun a little bit quieter.
So that'd be hearing safe?
Yes, definitely hearing safe.
Well, that is definitely quieter.
Yeah, big difference between the longer can. You can notice that extra suppression, so helps out.
That's awesome. And you know, people like shooting with suppressors. It's just more comfortable.
Yeah, it's more civilized actually. On top of the comfort level, it's definitely a big safety thing. And I know you hit the range a lot. I hit the range a lot. I want to mitigate that hearing damage as much as possible so that I can maintain that as I get older.
There you go. Suppressors, muzzle devices, all from SureFire.